and welcome to the Edible Schoolyard, Kern County. My name is Hannah, and today we're going to be talking about basic essential ingredients that you should have on hand at all times and 3 recipes that you can make with them. Okay, so let's go over some basic essentials that we recommend you have on hand at all times. First, olive oil and butter, a little bit of milk. You could also use almond milk or soy milk if you have a dairy allergy. Salt, pepper, and a variety of spices. Herbs, dried and fresh, eggs, onions and garlic, bread, several different types of grains including rice, quinoa, pasta, lots of different types of citrus, so lemons, limes, oranges, fresh seasonal produce, so that's something you would want to do on a weekly basis is go out and get your fresh seasonal produce, parmesan cheese, and other essentials such as beans, seeds, dried fruits, flours and sugars for baking, and baking soda and baking powder. Today's video was inspired by one of our favorite books here at the Edible Schoolyard, Kern County, called An Everlasting Meal by Tamar, Adler. And in this book, it talks a lot about how you can pre-prep ingredients like cooked grains and roasted veggies, and how to take those prepped ingredients and turn them into multiple meals that will stretch you throughout the entire week. So let's go ahead and review the ingredients that we're going to be using today. So we have some fresh bread, we have some cooked quinoa, we have herbs such as parsley, thyme, rosemary, some basil, salt and pepper and olive oil, of course, a little bit of butter, some milk, some cheese, some fresh seasonal veggies. So that we had these things growing in our garden. So we have some squash, some tomatoes, some peppers, some onion. We're also going to be using some garlic and some lemon. And then we also have eggs from our chickens, a red onion, and an avocado. So the first thing we're going to make today is a roasted vegetable quinoa salad. And then we're going to turn that salad into a frittata. And then we're going to make that frittata into a delicious sandwich. So this is one example of how you can prep out a few ingredients at the beginning of the week and how you can turn that meal into a new meal and into a new meal. Okay, so to make our quinoa and roasted veggie salad, of course we have some cooked quinoa, and then we just have to get our veggies prepped for roasting. So we have some summer squash, we have a yellow squash and a zucchini. We have a chopped tomato, a chopped bell pepper, I'm using orange for the color, and a diced white onion. You could also use leeks or a red onion. And then we have some garlic that I've peeled and I've just cut in half, that way it won't burn when we roast it. I'm going to drizzle this with some olive oil. Make sure you put enough in there to get all those veggies nicely coated. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to just toss this up. I'm going to place it on our sheet pan right here. I'm going to place it in a 425 degree oven for about 10-15 minutes or until those veggies are nice and golden brown and nicely caramelized. And then once those are roasted, we'll take them out, we'll toss them with our quinoa, some lemon juice, a little basil, and some Parmesan cheese. Okay, so our veggies have just come out of the oven, and as you can see, they're really nicely caramelized and got that nice dark brown color. So we're just going to go ahead and put them into our large mixing bowl. And then we're going to add all of our quinoa. You could even use brown quinoa, which adds a little bit more color. We're going to do some lemon juice that I've already juiced, some freshly chopped basil, and some Parmesan cheese. And then you can go ahead and do a little bit more olive oil and an extra sprinkle of salt and pepper, and go ahead and toss it all together. All right, so once you've tossed it all together, you're gonna wanna taste it, make sure it tastes good, and maybe add a little bit more olive oil if it's dry, or some extra salt and pepper, more basil, whatever you think. And this is a crowd favorite here at the ESY. A lot of kids think it tastes like pizza, mainly because of the roasted tomatoes and the basil and the Parmesan cheese. So this is our finished salad. Super delicious. You could serve this with some chicken if you'd like, or a little green salad with it. But today we're going to show you how to use the leftovers from the salad to turn into a delicious frittata. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our frittata. So for your frittata, what you're going to need is 12 eggs that I've already cracked into a large mixing bowl, some olive oil, salt and pepper, some additional herbs. So in here I have some chopped rosemary and thyme, a little bit of butter, a little milk, our leftover quinoa and roasted veggie salad, and some more Parmesan cheese. All right, so here's our finished frittata, and I really like to serve my frittata with a little side of arugula salad. And now I'm going to show you how to turn the leftover frittata into a delicious sandwich. Okay, so now with our leftover frittata and our leftover arugula salad, we're going to make a really yummy sandwich. So I've got a baguette here that I've toasted with a little olive oil and salt on it. And then you can really do whatever you want, but the way I would make mine is with some Dijon mustard, a little bit of avocado. So I've got a really nice ripe avocado here that I'm just going to smash onto one side of the bread. Some sliced red onion. And then my arugula salad I've dressed with a little bit of olive oil and some white balsamic vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're just going to place that little leftover piece of frittata right on top. And you've got a delicious egg sandwich. All right, so here we have our quinoa roasted veggie salad with a little Parmesan cheese, our frittata that we made from our leftover quinoa salad, and then from our frittata we made a delicious egg sandwich. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you try it at home.